Slam City Stance Journal is basically a peek for the rest of the world into South Africa because we have a different brand, a different way, a different flavor of stancing our cars. So the way we look at stance cars overseas, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, we're giving them an opportunity to see how we do it here. How's it day, guys? Josh from Beat Freak Media here. Thank you so much for tuning into the YouTube channel. I just want to take you guys on a little bit of a walkabout Slam City Stance Journal. So it's true that every city has its flavor for stance. It's true that every city has their preferred make and manufacturer. And this is our journey through Slam City. So we're going to be randomly interviewing a couple of guys, showing you what their build is like. We're going to be doing something called a car Rizz, which is basically like a walk around the car to tell you more or less what somebody invests in their car, how much time it takes, and basically the fun that follows after. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll check you guys now. So without further ado, ladies and gents, we've got Romark. Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thanks very much.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So tell us about the Honda. What year model is the Honda?
So firstly, it's a 99 model, new spec. Yeah, I bought a car by Oli B. It was his car.
Okay.
I bought it in standard form. It was standard B16.
Okay.
And nothing like major done. It was simple, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Then after that, like a year or two went by, and then I did a B20V conversion on it. Yeah, roughly there we made a 180 kilowatt. It's like a time went on, and then
roughly.
and eventually I dropped the valve, and then so I was like, you know what, I'm sick of this B20 man, I'm building and all this. So what I did was I went to buy the K24 motor. Everything we did at home.
Yeah.
We built the mounts, we built exhaust manifold, even exhaust. We built 76mm exhaust right through one back box. Only thing we did basically to this build was breeding mods, as 80mm throttle body, 76mm exhaust. So yeah, that is basically my daily air filter.
Yeah, I want you to come and check this daily. Just so that you can see, check my first out. Ne? This is what we call daily in Slam City. Right, let's check it out. So we're gonna have a quick walk around the car. I have never owned a Honda. I came very, very close, as I just explained to you now, but I never actually got to own a Honda. I want to take a quick walk around the car, if that's alright with you. And specifically regarding the wheels, I'd just like you to talk me through a little bit of it after we go right around. Is that cool with you?
No problem.
Alright.
No problem.
So the first things first, my guys, let's just take a check up over on the inside, eh? I like the footwell lights also.
Thanks.
And the steering wheel, is this a standing steering? I don't think so,
no?
no?
It's the OEM VTEC steering wheel, yeah.
Okay, so it's a tech steering.
Yeah, you get the airbag spec, and then you get this one, the steering wheel don't have airbag. See? So this one comes without the airbag, and like you will see the 150i's and normal 160i's, they have the same steering wheel, but the difference is the material of the steering wheel.
Okay.
This one is fully wrapped with leather and it has red stitchings, but mine is dirty because yeah, ek werk elke dag in karre.
Okay.
So yeah.
No problem. So leather interior, right around. We've got the backboard speakers. I don't think we're gonna open up the boot. I don't think we need it. It's a stance car at the end of the day. But passed down to a piano. I think that review was definitely one for the books. Talk me through what actually went through your mind when you done this.
Look, I had this vision the whole time there, and then I came across this bumper on my friend's car.
Okay.
But
Who's your friend? Give him a shout out.
Aston Davids.
Okay. I1D1.
Shout out to I1D1.
Shout out, guys.
I was like, look here, I want this bumper by you, man.
Okay.
So then I knew it's gonna look right on silver, because I mean that I must still go fix. I still never hydro dubbed it again. I left it just like that.
Alright.
So since that time when I got the bumper, I just put a mesh in at the back and sprayed it black because I didn't have any of that in at all.
Okay.
So I just got that and I resprayed it, but I resprayed the whole bumper, but then I resprayed the whole car.
Okay.
I respray the whole car.
And tell me, the lights, is this stock or is this semi-clear?
This is semi-clear. I actually need to polish it out. It's basically a year old, but I don't know. It's not the normal brand that they all sell. I got this from Fury Accessories in Cape Town.
Okay.
So
Shout out Fury Accessories.
yeah,
also.
so I'm the first time I'm seeing a semi-clears pulling yellow. Normally they just discolor them and the
Yeah.
the semi-clear is not semi-clear anymore. It's like it turns black basically.
Okay.
You see, yeah, you see,
And
like
this-
I'm still missing a badge at the back also.
Badgeless, yeah. Some people go crewless, you go crewless and badgeless.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So basically, what I did was to go with this. If you check underneath,
I was gonna get to that now.
if you check underneath the LCAs and everything at the bottom, I basically did that. But normally the car's a bit higher, so when someone is driving behind me, they can see it clearly.
Okay.
Because a lot of people was asking me where I got that stuff and all that. I bought that also from Fury Accessories.
Okay. No more
Big
stress.
shout out to him. Yeah.
And your suspension, what you rolling it?
Same, I bought the coilovers also by him. FRA coilovers.
Okay.
3 years or 2 years now that I had no issues with it.
What brand coil
As his own brand, FRA, yeah.
FRA is?
FRA, yeah.
So, just out of interest sake, what is the reason it's going in Cape Town and not in P? Is it a shortage? Is it personal preference?
Look, I didn't want to buy ARC coilovers. I don't want to cut on my coilover springs and all that, man. Knowing I like to race and all that.
Okay.
But also, it must look sexy on the road when I'm driving normal, you see. So, I bought those coilovers there by Fury Accessories, and I didn't want to go with the blue line jam or whatever they call it, in the red line. They also need to cut the coilovers, otherwise you're gonna turn all year on the coilovers.
Okay.
You struggle to turn it. So I had my fair share experience with other guys on this with it also.
So, specifically around the wheels now, then, there's somebody who hasn't owned a Honda yet. What are you looking at in terms of the difference between this wheel and the one that you had previously, the previous stock wheel?
This is actually my original wheels that I bought the car with. It was originally silver. And well, the wheels paint and the head curb brush and all that wasn't in the greatest condition. So there was actually a BMW there. My dad sprayed its bumper. So we had leftover spray, the charcoal
Yeah.
type, but it was too dark. So we had pearl white also. So we mixed them together to get it to this color. Since that time, the whole wheel was like that, and then not last year, I think 2 years ago, I polished the lips myself at home.
Okay.
It wasn't a nice job, but I got it done. Yeah, it was my first time trying it out. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna label myself as a VW guy for the moment because, as I say, I've never owned a Honda.
Yeah.
But for us, let me not say for us, normally on a standard wheel, we're looking at like 195 50s, 195 55s. I know that the Toyota guys out in Cape Town, Robertson, that area, they like the 175 profile. So, what is your recommended or what is your preference for the tire on a standard wheel?
On no standard wheels, like a lot of people is like have a debate about this, especially now, like because I'm racing with a car also and all that. So my first set of tires was originally 195 50s and 15s, and then since that time I changed to 175 50 15s.
Okay.
Since then, and then there was a time when I was running 165 50s also, but I didn't like it. So I changed back to 175 15 50s.
No problems with those tires. At the moment, everybody should know this is not a Slam City thing. Tires are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
And especially the guys that's rocking 16s, I know they're having some proper headaches.
Yeah.
Nah? So 16s and 17s is a bit, I don't want to say impossible, but it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
Nah?
Yeah, it is. Look, even one year my brother even used my tires. He put it on the Evo R's, and that rims is, I think this is, I'm not sure, is it 6.5J, but it's not wide, man.
Yeah.
And the Evos was a 7J or something.
Okay.
They put it on there. The people at Drax, by legal to legal, asked him what tires does he have on, and they thought it's semi-slicks, and I told them it's the street tire.
Okay.
They never believed it because my brother outlaunched the car with the 13 full slick bar.
Chop.
and he had traction bite and all that stuff. And my brother still launched him.
I'm gonna ask you. You also need to come around. I know those guys have like a whole. Okay, let me not spoil the next interview, but let's just say subscribe and drop a comment. We will definitely get it. So I'm gonna ask you: is it right if you take peek under the bonnet? It doesn't need to be the cleanest. It's just for reference sake.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So check this out, man. So under here, I'm only thinking this is gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Let's check it out.
Just plain and
What the mother? What the mother?
You know, I'm so busy, I never even got time to like finish spraying everything and getting to where I wanted. The main thing was for me to get a car up and driving. No issues. The only issue I had was the setup, and I've been driving a year now.
Yeah.
And you must know, every time I drive a car, I drive it more.
Yeah.
There's never day I don't drive a car.
No
The only
problems.
issue I had was my inner CV. I basically I never used the K swap the K series side shafts, nothing. This is all my B series side shafts I used. I only made a bracket for the intermediate shaft to fit on bolt onto the block. So this inner CV, the cup, it was too short, so every time I drove and it popped out. So I got the other one by my friend now that has a longer shaft at the back, and then I never had issues with it, and then it was only my cable, when I hook second gear most of the times, and then
Does your car get extremely hot or not? On the inside?
Well, depends, yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
So it's like a flow joke Friday. Shout out to Lolo, made me do it. But check this out here quickly. This guy's got a GSM rag holding it intake here in case stuff get extremely hot, so you can just polish it out. If you don't understand what I'm saying, just check out here quickly. This man's got sweatbands over here, so you guys can literally understand what I'm asking you. How hot is this car? It's hot, like a heater.
It does actually get hot because the check over here at the back now. Well, this motors the exhaust manifold sit normally in front with the original B series B16 motors, and so this exhaust manifold, everything we custom made at home. I actually took my Noise Boys brands.
Do you do the welding in-house as well?
Yeah.
You do the welding yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
So it was like me and my toppy were in and out like that. So that's where I stole my handwork, basically, I can say.
Okay.
From my father.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to your father also. It's always lekker.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but it's always nice to have either your team or the people that help you kind of like in-house. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna stop the build or you stop the project now because you have to wait, I don't know, a day or two for somebody to weld this.
Yeah.
Or you have to wait for electricians availability and stuff like that. So shout out 100.
Yeah, like I mean, you can check even this adapter here. I had a aluminium block at home, so we did everything ourselves. I made the adapter plate at home. The mountings was built by us at home.
Yeah.
And like you can see here, this thing's still not even sprayed. It has surface rust on it. Like, I don't get time to even do all that.
The engine mount.
Yeah. Like, to do all this fine detail. But for me was this, I get in, I can go.
Yeah.
I do service every third man. I change oil and oil filter every third man on this motor.
Regardless of how far you drove.
Yeah. I do it because just the fact that I drive a car every day when I drive it. Okay, I had a Polo, but this was not supposed to be my daily.
Yeah.
I ended up selling my Polo. But
Full on Honda.
yeah. And now I have another Honda though. But it's like, that one is called Project B. I don't know where this car got its name there, but this car is called King Julian for some reason. King Julian. I don't know why, but yeah.
King Julian. Sounds like a serial killer from Romeo and Juliet.
I don't know where it got the name, but
King Julian.
King Julian, yeah.
No, alright, so let's check out on the inside here. Alright, so we're on the inside of this K series Honda. Just a quick look about. So obviously everything still looks like a standard. The obvious things that is eye-catching now is your gear lever. We just get a light on here.
Yeah,
Talk to us, what's happening with the gear lever?
Check this now. Normally the Hondas they don't come out with cables and all that now. So nobody believes me when I tell them now. With the K swap, you get us a K20 and K24, you must check on the gearbox you're using.
Yeah.
the push and pull is different. Like, now I already did my research and all that. And so I was like, you know what? I don't want to buy a K-tune shifter and all that because I want all my center console and stuff to be in, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't want open and all that. I want my car to look nice and neat and comfortable.
Okay. So as close to OEM as possible. OEM-ish.
Yeah. So what I did was, this is the shifter originally here, ne. It's a Toyota tire shifter.
Okay.
Ne. I cut it off and I bought the Sky-tuned, what you call it here for the gear lever.
Okay.
That's it, and yeah, like that. And then the cables, I made a hole at the bottom. Perfect cut out for the rubber that goes here. I coated it, sealed, whatever, so it doesn't rust at all. So because most people were like fighting with me to take out my heater box and just run the cable straight through, and it's like, nah, man, I don't want to. I kept my heater box.
Okay.
I don't have aircon in, so that at least helps when it's rainy days or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And then the obvious question is going to be, I know this is a bit soon, but
yeah.
I can guarantee we're going to have some views from outside of PE. But
Yeah.
as soon as this reaches somebody that is not in PE, Slam City,
Yeah.
or outside of South Africa, the gauges, what's up with the gauges? Is this like for nitrous? Is it air suspension? What's happening?
Check your
Just zoom in a bit here with the camera if you can check out the gauges.
Jesus, like so. Just put the key on and it comes on here. Just switch off again. Put the lights off. Put it on now again. So
That's actually
this one, yeah, I fitted this gauges when my car was still B20V. B20V conversion there. The oil pressure and the oil temperature. So my thing is always oil pressure. Like for the B20s now, we taking risks to rev a B20 like 8.5. Well, even though there's ARB rod balls and what. A B20 standard is basically revving what I think 6.5, 6.8. That's maximum. It's supposed to rev because the rods are not strong.
Yeah.
Actually, you see. So we revving at 8,005 or 8.9 or depending what our setup wants, you know what I mean. So I always had even though your motor's built right, you know, anything can happen anytime, like and lack of oil pressure. Now you're driving, you hit your sump.
Yeah.
And now you don't want your motor to cut because you just hit your sump. Now that helps me also.
Okay.
You know,
So
oil
just
pressure.
as a precaution, basically.
Yeah. And that one I fitted so it can be similar, man, like look
In
better,
sync,
yeah. Because
Yeah,
you get this bezel that you buy now, but I was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna pay 1.2 now because the other guy was selling for 1.2 brand new, and then you just fit the gauge straight fit, just like that. So I took my original one and I custom made this thing myself.
Where'd you get the gauges from?
I bought these gauges by Speedy Corp.
So, with regards to, you obviously told us now you done the K swap and you explained to us what's going on with the boxes. This is the K series box as well?
Yes, the K24, everything like standard. So the K24 box here has I'm just gonna say it like this, I have cock ratios.
Okay.
The first gear is
I don't know if you
short.
can say it on YouTube, but we'll work with it.
The first gear is short and then second gear is like a fallout. So then second gear is long and then your ribs drop. And then from there, third, fourth gear it's fine still, but it's better to, when most people that does K swaps now, K24, they will buy a K20 box because of the gear ratios and the final drive difference, because this one has a 4.3 and normally I think the FN2s come with a 4.7 and I'm not sure about the EP3 box, but
Okay. So, are you running any management or you
Yes.
standard? What management you run?
I'm running Spitronics.
Splits.
Yeah, Spitronics. I have a Ryan 2 advanced in because the Copac system. My old one, I was just a standard one. So this is a fuss that everyone has when people see my car on TikTok, they say it's Sustic and they say there's 4 different limiters and all that.
Limiters, yeah.
It's not actually that. This Spitronics now has a dual map switch.
Yeah.
So I can run on 2 maps. Maybe now if I mix my car on ethanol or whatever,
Yeah.
I can switch it over. So I put it right here, the dual map switch now, and then don't know if you can see it there. And then this here is the adjustable launch controller, which people think you just press buttons or whatever. I can literally adjust my RPM to any RPM that I wanted.
So in other words, where the limiting will stop to launch.
Yeah, to launch a car.
Okay.
And this thing works on with your TPS.
Okay.
So it works like this. I can adjust it now 3000 or 4000 RPMs, and people ask, how does your car rev over that? That's why you need to have your TPS connected. So it picks up the reading. If you give 100% throttle, like 100% open, it reads 100% open, and then it deactivates. So in this case, it helps also like traction also. So when you launching or pulling away, and you're still not full throttle, like 50, 60, it doesn't matter, 70% throttle, and you're pulling away, and then you're on 3000, the car will just limit there basically, but it acts like traction, and then you put your foot down, it revs full after that.
Okay, I'm with you.
You see, but like now my TPS is off, but it still works. But only thing is when you give full throttle 100%, it doesn't deactivate. So if I forget this thing now on 3000 RPMs, and I drive it's gonna stop there by 3000 RPMs. You see, yeah, like it's just the basic thing. And then what I like about the Spatronics also, it's a standalone, but it's not like expensive. You can make it work on anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you get this.
If you're comfortable to disclose, what do you pay for a split setup?
Look, they have different prices, price ranging, depending on your harnesses you use and your motor setup. Like when you have coil packs, you're obviously going to use the Advance, or I'm not sure what is the other one called now. But you get, look like this one, you get was the Mercury 2, and this one, the Orion 2. There's a few more others. But like with this one now, the Orion 2, I think I paid, I'm not sure now if it was 4,000 Rand or 4.5. Harnesses, everything. Like with my older one, for the Rand on the B20, the harnesses at home, everything. So I can basically take my B20 motor and just start it on the floor with the Spatronics.
Okay.
That one was way cheaper because there's no coil packs and all that. Standard and all that. So that one was costed me like I think with this launch controller, so it costed me like that time when I bought that one was like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, not sure. Then I paid like 4 for it. 3,400 Rand, yeah.
No, okay, dope, bro. I just have to, we kind of like wrapping up now, so definitely there's gonna be like a full cinematics video. I'll talk to you guys about that in a minute. I have to like just get on. So lekker for the seatbelt covers. This is like a neat touch. Obviously with the gauges, it's something for eye candy. You know what I mean? And you obviously said now you're trying to keep the interior look of the car OEM-ish. Right? You've got a screamer. When I say a screamer, you guys are gonna check the video of it. That small pull that was just here down. But what's up with the sound system, dude? I'm not dissing you. I'm just trying to figure out, is there actually an opportunity for you to watch the screen? Or are you like recording yourself? Or what's up with the screen, bro?
Well, this thing works, all the stuff works. It's an Android type. Just I got this thing. It's a Jepson one even. It's not the wow best one and everything. It does its work, man. But now, like, I mainly use it. I connect my phone up on it.
Okay, like, for your Spotify, Apple Music, whatever.
No, not actually. Like when I'm driving, I have a Bluetooth module in my Spatronics, man. So it can pick up my like everything on the Spatronics. So then I just link it here, and then it shows you. Then it will show me my speed and everything. Because I can't get my speed to work. I need to buy. You get a hybrid one but it's overseas, or the K-Tune one. That is straight connect for this cluster and for the K-series box, because this box don't use VSS like vehicle speed sensor, use a counterweight speed sensor. So if I connect the wires straight on, the wires go straight on and whatever, but it's spinning so fast, it spikes, and then when I just rev a car, it goes right around. And you see.
Just, sorry to interrupt you. One thing I also wanted to ask you, the K-series, am I right in saying that's the Acura? Accord.
Yeah, the K-series, the Acura is a different, what you call it. It's not Honda, but it's similar.
Okay.
Similar, it's very similar because you will get the Cura and the TSX in them also, but K20 motors, it's Honda.
Okay.
You see, it's like this new cars, the Suzuki's and the Toyotas now. There's the same thing, it's just different badges.
Okay.
You see, but like with by us, we FN2 Honda and Honda Accord. We didn't still get the Cura here in POL in South Africa.
Yeah.
Like even the Type R Civic P16E, P16B never came to PE. Now, well, South Africa.
To South Africa.
Same PE. Yeah.
Okay. So just one last thing here. I'm asking your opinion. I'm sure you've seen Honda Day in Cape Town before, right? Why do you think that there isn't something like that in PE?
Well, to be honest with you, I think most guys, the Honda guys, can relate to what I'm gonna say now.
Don't before you answer.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube, so don't bash anybody or anybody's
No.
movement. I'm just asking, like, what is your opinion? Why do you think it does not take place here in PE? Because there's definitely enough talent. I mean, that's what you've got going on here. I'm sure more than enough people will
I just think, man, we're not enough in PE, man.
Not enough.
Like Honda guys, that is like, even now, these Honda guys, even like when we're racing, we're like a handful of guys with VTEX and stuff like that is willing to race and stuff. But I think that is where the problem come in, man. Like, Owens don't speak, or you know what I mean, where they can host them big Honda Day.
Yeah.
Like now, like in Cape Town, but I think that's basically gonna interfere with this. When if we now keep one, I don't know, but we never spoke about it before.
Okay.
So I think there's something we will have to speak about, but like knowing now. But
the reason why I ask this is there's obviously now you've mentioned that, but there's like 2 of our venues that there's some news flying around. I'm not gonna get into that right now, but obviously being on the car scene, both myself, him and you, there's certain things that you see and that you don't see. You know, one of the things are that obviously the VW factory is not too far.
Yeah.
Not from where we are currently now, but I mean from P. It's like our next door neighbor in Utah. And as a result, not everybody, but most individuals or car clubs consist some or other way or are fans of VW because it's mostly what we know. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Cape Town is similar, but they like the Toyotas. There's nothing wrong with us liking VW and them liking Toyota or vice versa. But when we go to Cape Town, like, I haven't seen something like this in a Toyota. And when they come here, they're like, how would you do that to a VW type of vibe? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the moment, the next person or the next coming episodes, we're going to get somebody from the Toyota club and I'm going to ask him something similar also, because the reason for the channel, or one of the contributing factors, is that to get unity, man. You know what I mean? There's been enough arguments, there's been enough debates, there's been enough racing for personal vendettas and all of it. But I think maybe it's time for a bit of unity.
I even told one guy already. I think I can't remember who it was, man.
You don't mention his name, but
but anyways, like especially MP, like the Nissan Vival and Honda enemies basically.
Yeah.
But like I always do it for the fun, man.
Yeah.
Not for name or whatever.
Yeah.
There was one time a picture posted of a Honda, what you call it. I think it's still one of in one of the groups, in one of the Cape Town groups or something. They posted that picture, saying 2 different spectrums equals greatness, and that is what people don't like see, man, or like realize when it comes to these cars, like, because they're always wanting to compete against each other. It's like, you know what, just come together.
Yeah.
I have nothing against Nissan, whatever, but my heart play on them, bro.
Like
everyone has their own like
own preference and your own opinion. So last question before we get out of here: how many kilowatts is this beast, mate? Or before I ask you about kilowatts, who's your tuner?
Nisma Performance.
Okay, shout out to Nisma Performance. What is the last numbers you done with this thing on the dyno?
Last numbers was 187 295 Newton. 187 kilowatts 295 Newton meters.
Okay. And when was it? Last year sometime, I'm assuming?
Yeah, in last year.
Yeah, okay.
In last year.
No, okay, cool. So thanks for your time, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you
Thanks for having me, man.
teaching me and familiarizing me with a lot of stuff, obviously, that I haven't had seen or experienced firsthand before. So yeah, thank you again, everybody, for joining in. Romark, thank you very much for
a lot,
the
man.
talk and the little chat we had. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Just again, thank you very much for sharing, bro. Don't be shy to come back with other project as soon as you're done. I'm gonna speak to your bro also, maybe you can also come around.
Yeah,
So
no
for those of you that don't know, he's actually a mechanic. He does some in-house services. Here's a shot, bro. You can blow your business for free.
Well, I'm still fresh, né? Shout out to RKP Auto Works. That is my business name. You will find me on Instagram, RKP Auto Works. Yeah. And my main Instagram account is Romark K.
Okay, no problem. I'll definitely get the handles from you. I'll
No
tag it down
problem.
below in the video. If you guys are in the area, in the city, you want to check it out, have a chat, compare scores or whatever you want to do, no problem. Come check
Thanks
it
a
out,
lot,
man.
guys. Then.
Alright,
Check you guys,
shot,
man.
bro, ne?
See you,
Thanks
man.
again.
Check you guys, man.
Shot. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to Slam City Stance Journal. What you just see now is something that we're hosting out in Slam City in PE, and it's just basically to give the rest of the cities in our country and the rest of the world a view of how we actually do things in South Africa. There is absolutely no form of competition in this. We're just basically trying to get a little bit more interest and a little bit more recognition for our city and the way that we do stunts, the way we do cars, the way we do racing in our city. So as previously stated, this will be one of many to come. We're hoping to do at least one or two of these a month. Unfortunately, we're not yet by the means to go week in, week out, but hopefully we will get there soon. So as part of the package, I hope you guys have already subscribed. If not, hit the subscribe button. We will definitely be linking all our guests, the Instagram and the YouTube pages if they do have at the bottom. The interviewing and the documentaries will definitely be happening on this channel. As part of the complete package, I've teamed up with Wild FPR, and he'll basically be doing full cinematics for the guest. Today's video as well will also be featured there. We'll have a small snippet available just as a bit of a teaser, but again, we're just having something for our city. So from Slam City, we come low. Josh from Deed Freak Media. This is Slam City Stance Journal, signing out.
Fuck running in place, I never do that. My destination is running the map. I run in your trap like running your work for somebody get